After 10 years, a high-profile murder trial is now underway. Allison Feldman was murdered in her Scottsdale home back in 2015.
Today, the trial began for the man accused, Mitcham, and the first witness took the stand within the hour. Fox 10's Kenzie Beach was there in court. She joins us now live.
Yeah, John, Christina, the state and defense both making their opening statements today. And as the first day of trial wrapped up, we heard from the very first witness, a very emotional testimony, and the 911 calls that were made by Allison Feldman's then boyfriend. He was the one that found her murdered inside of her Scottsdale home, telling the jury today that he had plans to propose. 31-year-old Allison Feldman was found brutally murdered inside of her Scottsdale home. She was thriving, had purchased her own home, and recently promoted in medical device sales when she was brutally murdered in February of 2015. There were no signs of forced entry into the home, but the place was covered in blood and the smell of bleach when her then boyfriend found her the next morning after calls and texts went unanswered. A decade later, DNA changed everything in this case as the Supreme Court ruling allowed the defendant, Ian Mitcham's DNA sample to be used in this trial. It was a blood sample taken from his previous DUI arrest. The state was able to use familial DNA to place Ian Mitcham inside Allison Feldman's home. The defense states Mitcham didn't even know Allison, never met her, and the first day of trial pointed the finger at Allison's pharmacist.
Is that in her own home, her sanctuary, she was violently beaten, sexually assaulted, and strangled to death. Allison fought for her life until the point where she simply couldn't fight any longer, and then the only thing left was the bloody aftermath.
DNA can tell you the who, but it cannot tell you the how or the when the DNA got there. Ian's innocent. Ian didn't kill Allison. Ian didn't sexually assault Allison. Ian didn't burglarize that house. Ian's never been there. The state charged the wrong person.
I do want to talk about Ian Mitcham's demeanor in court today. He entered the courtroom multiple times, smiling, even at times laughing and making contact, looking directly at Allison Feldman's family that was sitting in the first row. Now, it's a 19-person jury, 9 women and 10 men that will decide Ian Mitcham's fate. And this trial is expected to go months long, so we'll continue to bring you coverage from inside the courtroom. Reporting live in Phoenix, Kenzie Beach, Fox 10 News.